Welcome to Jonesboro, Arkansas, Centennial Bank Stadium. It is week 8 of the EA Sports College football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Georgia State Panthers and the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, Georgia State's head coach told me before the game, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Red Wolves offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. We get our first look in this one at Chauncey Cobb. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Straight ahead, it's Clay. He's stopped. And the Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Owens. And it's incomplete on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Trying to make one miss. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Panthers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Cameron Brown, man, he was razor sharp last time out, completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. Hits inside, it's Butler. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Murray. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
7, Arkansas State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Red Wolves offense coming out to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The run inside, it's Clay. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll give it to him again. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking for room. It's Clay. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. They convert on third down as he gets him to the 46-yard line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They were all over it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Short pass. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Red Wolves go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Trying to run, it's Clay. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Owens. Rushes on. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Using his legs, it's Clay. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. The Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. The play fake. Rush right in his face. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Back to pass, it's Owens. Out wide right, it's Spencer. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football.
Makes a catch. And he will score! Touchdown, Arkansas State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll operate out of split backs. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Brown wants to pass. Release to the back. Left side is Hart. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Panthers getting set on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and he avoids the sack.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
From the gun, it's Martin. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up. And they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no 1st down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Just gets rid of that one.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to throw, it's Owens. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time on target. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play.
Going over the top. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Panthers offense comes out to go on the attack. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for space, it's Martin. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Wants to throw on first. Grabbed behind the line. It's Butler. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Panthers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Brown will throw it. Gets rid of it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
You got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Quarterback changing the play. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Finds a crease. It's Spencer. Could be enough. The ball squirts free. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Tells the run, wants to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. I like it through it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Finds his tight end. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Plows his way ahead. Fighting off the defender. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Red Wolves pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for the edge. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Panthers' offense comes out ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create.
Makes the grab in their space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. With the catch, it's Avery. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down to the air. Spits it out to the back. That's reeled in. It's Murray. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people on the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Escapes the pressure to his right. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
They'll go to the air. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's changing the play. Brown will throw it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's the home squad in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game in Jonesboro. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
Will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see.
Makes a grab and room to run. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Brown wants to pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bounce.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
Needs it here on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the...
Complete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Nowhere to go. And the Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Owens. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Right side, it's Martin. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Out wide left, it's Avery. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Now from inside the red zone. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Panthers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Quick give. It's Spencer. Crosses the 30. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Looking for running room. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Looking to throw, it's Owens. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The option, he'll keep it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Defense stopped them again on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Defense all over him. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. What a way for this quarter to end. Final play, 4th and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Brown wants to pass. With the catch, it's Martin. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have.
Running inside, it's Martin. He's dropped.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Quarterback keeper. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Panthers will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Second down, gonna throw it. Right down the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking long. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. On the run, it's Spencer. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. The Red Wolves in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
On the delay, it's Clay. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. Back to throw, it's Owens. Fires on the move. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Red Wolves with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Right at the line. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires immediately. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Arkansas State! They move on top here in the 4th. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Tight end now in motion. Straight ahead, it's Hart. Got an alley. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Brown will throw it. Out wide right, it's Avery. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it. Not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Hits inside, it's Butler. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short, he needs a yard.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trucks through the defender. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And this offense maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Making the adjustment on the play. Brown wants to pass. Reels it in. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Brown will throw it. Buying time to his right. Touchdown, Georgia State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Georgia State, 35. Arkansas State, 31.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Drops back on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Good job just to get rid of that one. At After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.